Welcome back to Community Health Heroes. Did you know that since 2011, UnitedHealthcare has invested nearly $6 million to support 4-H to deliver healthy living programs to more than 400,000 children and families in 17 states, including Louisiana? With us now are Deborah Jones, a community outreach specialist with the UnitedHealthcare Community Plan of Louisiana, and Emily Fontenot with 4-H out of Lafayette Parish, with the latest about the 4-H Food Smart Families program. Great to have you both with us today. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Deborah, I want to start with you and ask you about the partnership between UnitedHealthcare Community Plan of Louisiana and 4-H.
So as you know, healthy eating is an important part of living a healthy lifestyle. So UnitedHealthcare has partnered with organizations like the 4-H Louisiana program to implement our programs of healthy eating.
Well, Deborah, tell us specifically about the 4-H Food Smart Families program.
Okay, so the 4-H Food Smart Families program addresses hunger and obesity at the local level. And we do this by engaging teens to empower their families and their peers on how to live a healthy lifestyle.
Well, talking about teens, we have one on the couch. Emily, tell us about your involvement with 4-H. Have you been involved for a long time?
I've been involved with 4-H since I was in 4th grade, and I've kind of gotten more involved over the years, especially with the state level, with my involvement with the Food and Fitness Board, which is where Food Smart Families comes into play, as well as in my involvement in my school's option program, which is a program for special needs students where we work with obesity, because coming with special needs, a lot of times that's a struggle for them, and so we do gardens and things like that to incorporate Food Smart Families into their lives as well.
Well, tell us about Food Smart Families. Why do you think that is such an important program?
I think it's an important program because at a young age, a lot of kids or even teens don't know what they need to be eating or how much exercise they should get or how the skills that they need in college even to cook a healthy meal. And with Food Smart Families, we're teaching them that, and it's peers working with others who are the same age as them. And so that way, everyone can take things from each other instead of just working.
And Deborah, how many parishes have you reached out to, and how much has UnitedHealthcare invested?
Well, we've basically engaged almost all the parishes, but currently our programs are operating in Orleans Parish, Lafayette, St. Charles, St. Mary, and a pilot in East Baton Rouge.
Wow, and with that education comes powerful messages. And Emily, I wanted to ask you, in your experience with Food Smart Families, what's the most powerful message you have been able to pass along to your peers and the groups that you speak to?
I think along with UnitedHealthcare helping us out, we've really been able to get onto the level of our peers and put on workshops and things like that and get across the message that you don't necessarily have to be rich to be healthy, which is a common communication, which people think that if you can't afford to buy fresh produce every day, then you can never be healthy. And so we're able to really show them ways that they can incorporate that into their life, especially since health problems are very huge within poverty and things like that. And so we're working with people who may not be as fortunate as others. And so that way we can teach them how to live healthy on a budget.
Deborah, it's really inspirational listening to Emily. Could you tell us about other community-based programs you've reached out to? I mean, there's got to be some challenges finding groups like 4-H and people like Emily to help in the program, but there's also has to be a lot of rewards as well, right?
Well, the challenge is not much if you look for win-win relationships with the organizations. So we've engaged churches, some of the federally qualified health centers, and many of the community-based organizations throughout the community. I am so proud of the 4-H program, though, and what they have done. Emily works in the Lafayette Parish, and their program has been so innovative in incorporating a school garden initiative into their Food Smart Families program. And it engages the entire community. And one great program that they do every year that includes the entire community is their cook-off program. I can't pronounce it in French, but it means we cook from the garden. And it involves creating teams of the schools that have the subgrants to bring about to create a MyPlate meal, which Emily introduces to the students at the beginning of the school year. So they create a MyPlate meal as a team, and their team is incorporated with the parent or guardian or a school representative, a local chef, and also a local elected official. And they create a MyPlate meal and present it, and is judged on taste and presentation and how healthy it is. Once that's done, the winner gets to present that to the entire school district later in the year. And that's during the National School Lunch Week. The school nutrition department replicates that in that menu and serves it as a school lunch to the entire school district.
Wow, you can sign me up as a judge for next year. That sounds like fun.
They're very tasteful. They're very tasteful.
Look at that. Emily, in terms of working with other teenagers, spreading all these messages, what does that make you feel like that you've been able to work with UnitedHealthcare and deliver such powerful information to people?
I really enjoy working with others that are my age because I feel like kind of a role model for them, especially because before I was involved with like the Food and Fitness Board or the Options program with their school garden, I didn't really know that much about healthy living or the healthiest foods to eat or MyPlate. And so now I'm looking back and it's like I'm teaching myself how I was whenever I was in their shoes. And it's so nice to be able to see them, like their opportunities opening up to a healthier life. And I really enjoy getting that like gratifying feeling from that, especially at the presentations. Like we had the gardening training where we teach them about MyPlate, how to use their vegetables and fruits from their gardens to make a healthy meal. And you just get to see all these demonstrations that these other people are putting together over something that you taught them, and that's just really rewarding.
It's got to be. Deborah, if our viewers want to learn more about UnitedHealthcare Community Plan of Louisiana and your relationship with 4-H and your programs, where can they go?
It's easy. You can go to the 4-H website, which is www.4-h.org, and then search for Food Smart Families.
Great. Well, thank you again both for being here. But next time, you're bringing something yummy for us to eat, right? For everybody.
Of course.
Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.